We are living through a wild time in AI, right? But there's a new frontier opening up that's really exciting. We're talking about AI systems that don't just answer questions, but can actually manage, prepare, and analyze your data all on their own. They're called data agents. So yeah, let's get into it.
That's the big question on everyone's mind. It's a pretty thrilling idea. But before we get too carried away, we really need to get clear on what we're actually talking about when we use that term data agent.
Because right now, the whole landscape is this classic mix of mind-blowing hype and, well, what's actually real. And honestly, it's causing a ton of confusion.
So on one hand, you have the hype, the big promise, a fully autonomous AI data scientist doing everything for you. But the reality is, the term data agent is being slapped on everything. It's this giant umbrella covering everything from simple chatbots to super complex systems, and that, right there, is the root of the problem.
Look, this isn't just some academic squabble over words. This ambiguity, as researchers call it, has real-world consequences. It messes with our expectations, it makes it impossible to know who's accountable when things go wrong, and it actually slows down the whole industry. So how do we fix this mess?
Well, it turns out this isn't the first time we've had to solve this exact kind of problem. And we can actually find a fantastic roadmap by looking at something you're probably already familiar with: self-driving cars.
Just think back a few years. That term self-driving was used for everything, right? From basic cruise control all the way to those futuristic prototypes with no steering wheel. It was super confusing for everybody. For us, for regulators, for the engineers building the stuff.
The solution came from the Society of Automotive Engineers. They stepped in and created the J3016 standard. And all it was a simple, clear, 6-level framework that laid out exactly what the car could do, and maybe more importantly, what the human driver was still responsible for at each level.
You've probably seen these levels before. They go all the way from level 0, where you're doing all the work, up to level 5, which is the true kick back and read a book full automation. This standard brought some much-needed order to all the chaos.
So here's the big idea. What if we just took that brilliant, logical playbook and applied the exact same thinking to data agents? We could finally get everyone speaking the same language about what these powerful systems can, and more importantly, can't do. So by adapting that model, we can roll out a new framework that brings that same kind of clarity to the world of AI, the 6 levels of data agent autonomy.
And this framework pretty much mirrors the driving standard. It's all about creating a clear path, mapping that transfer of control from the human over to the machine, starting at L0, where the human does everything, and aiming for that future vision of a fully autonomous L5 agent.
L0 is our starting point. It's basically the traditional world of data science.